Never before had there been a mother like this, just to make money. She actually forced her daughter, who had just entered middle school, to shoot a swimsuit commercial. Helpless, the girl could only squeeze out a fake smile and finish the shoot. But after that, she began to notice some strange changes in her body. One day, Sakuta went to the library. There, he saw a girl dressed in a bunny girl outfit. At first, he thought it was a movie being filmed, but when he looked around, he realized no one else could see her. Her presence was so striking. Sakuta couldn't take his eyes off her for even a second. Soon, their eyes met. The girl looked a little surprised, then quickly warned him to forget what he had seen today. But Sakuta couldn't forget it all, because that girl was none other than Mai, a popular actress, and also his senior at the same high school. On his way home from school, Sakuta ran into Mai again, and even stopped someone who was secretly taking her photo. Mai thanked him, and soon the two of them boarded the same train. Sakuta asked her again about wearing the bunny girl outfit. He thought she would scold him, but instead, he suddenly saw Mai blushing and flustered. Mai told him that while she was on a business trip, she felt like she was invisible. At first, she thought people were just ignoring her, but later, she realized even when she bumped into strangers, they had no reaction, so she decided to put on the bunny girl outfit, just to see how many people could still see her. Sakuta immediately understood. This was a case of adolescence syndrome. He took Mai back to his house, and then took off his shirt. It turned out he just wanted her to see the scar on his chest. Both he and his younger sister had once experienced adolescence syndrome. Adolescence syndrome meant that during puberty, some people's bodies would undergo strange changes because of certain external factors. The fact that Mai was becoming invisible might just be one of its forms. Mai couldn't help but recall that after she became an actress, she spent most of her time shooting outside. When she returned to school, all the other girls stuck together in groups, and not a single one welcomed the newcomer Mai. Sakuta believed the less people noticed Mai, the weaker her presence would become. But if she returned to showbiz and stepped back into the public eye, her invisibility would disappear as well. But that seemed to hit a sore spot, and Mai stormed out angrily. Yet when Sakuta ran after her, he found her pitifully squatting at his doorstep. Before Sakuta could say a word, her stomach growled. Because she was invisible, she couldn't buy food anywhere, so Sakuta handed her the bread he had bought, and temporarily took her in. That night, Sakuta suggested she return to acting, re-enter the public spotlight, and that would cure her invisibility. But suddenly, Mai slapped him hard across the face. Then, she opened up about her past. Back in middle school, as a child star, Mai had been forced to work. She had to wear swimsuits for shoots. Her mother treated her as nothing but a money-making tool, never once caring about her feelings. From then on, Mai began to feel like something was wrong with her own body. But under Sakuta's encouragement, she came to terms with it. She truly loved acting, and she wanted to keep going, but she would never again accept jobs that crossed her boundaries. To make up for slapping Sakuta in anger earlier, when they parted ways, she called out to him, asking him to go shopping with her the next day, for the chance to go on a date with Mai. Sakuta was overjoyed. He carefully picked out clothes, and left early for the date. But just then, he heard a little girl crying. When he went to ask what was wrong, the girl told him she was lost. Just as Sakuta was about to take her to the police, a girl suddenly appeared behind him and kicked him. She told the little girl to run away, but the little girl explained that this big brother was helping her find her mom. Hearing that, the girl apologized repeatedly, even turning around and asking Sakuta to kick her back to make it even. Sakuta quickly refused, but the next moment, he actually kicked her full force. The girl screamed in pain, and at that exact moment, the police saw them, so all three were brought back to the station. As soon as Sakuta was released, he rushed to the meeting place, only to find that Mai wasn't there. Just as he was feeling frustrated, he suddenly heard Mai's angry voice from behind. Then the two of them boarded a train together, heading to the beach, because Mai was going to meet her mother to deal with her contract issue. But strangely, her mother walked right past her. It was as if she didn't see her at all. Sakuta hurried to question Mai's mother, but her mother insisted she had no daughter. Even more shocking, Mai's name on her mother's phone was blurred out with a mosaic. Mai was shaken and uneasy, feeling like she was truly about to be forgotten. She fell into complete despair, but Sakuta refused to give up. He held her hand tightly, promising he would always stay by her side. Then, Sakuta started asking strangers one by one if they recognized the actress Mai, but everyone shook their heads. saying they didn't know her. Late at night, the two of them had no choice but to find a hotel. Mai went to take a shower first, warning Sakuta not to peek and not to do anything weird. The sound of running water came from the bathroom, but Sakuta still had something important to do. He called his friends, asking if they remembered Mai, and they did. This made Sakuta incredibly excited. He decided to return to school the next day to uncover the truth. That night, the two of them lay side by side in bed, ready to sleep, but Sakuta stayed awake, unable to sleep the entire night. The next day, Sakuta rushed to school right away. He immediately went to find the friends he had spoken with the day before, but all of them had already forgotten about Mai's existence. Only Ryo still remembered her. From their conversation, Sakuta learned that Ryo hadn't slept all night either. Suddenly, it hit Sakuta, maybe only by staying awake could one continue to remember Mai. From that moment on, he forced himself to stay awake. He went to the supermarket and bought loads of energy drinks. He was terrified that if he fell asleep, he would completely forget Mai. Whenever he had time, he would write in his diary about every little detail of his encounters with Mai. But Mai saw everything he was doing. That night, when Sakuta bought more energy drinks to stay up, Mai caught him red-handed. Then, under the excuse of tutoring him, she tricked him into drinking a glass of water with sleeping pills in it. Even though Sakuta mumbled that he must not fall asleep, the drowsiness soon overtook him, and he drifted off. Everything Sakuta had done stayed in Mai's heart. She wasn't afraid of being forgotten by him. She just couldn't stand seeing him destroy himself like that. Sure enough, the next morning, Sakuta had completely forgotten Mai's existence. By instinct, he flipped open his diary, but all the places where her name had been written had turned into mosaics. When he arrived at school, Ryo handed him a letter. Inside was a strange message. As long as Sakuta's love awakens the consciousness of all the students, it will work. Sakuta was even more confused. That was, until the exam. On the test paper, he saw a question about the difference between guarantee and assurance. At that moment, Mai's image suddenly came flooding back to him. He remembered how he had once promised never to forget her, and that he would always be by her side to protect her. Right then, everything returned to him. He also understood the meaning of that letter. Sakuta shot up from his seat. He bolted straight to the schoolyard, and there, he shouted Mai's name at the top of his lungs. He confessed his love for her loudly. He wanted everyone to hear. He wanted everyone to remember Mai. Classmates peeked out from their windows in groups, and just then, Mai's voice came from behind him. She ran toward him and gave him a slap across the face. She asked if what he just said was true. Sakuta confessed his love for her again. Through his determination, all the students remembered Mai. Even the strict faculty advisor remembered her. Afterward, the advisor called the two of them to the office for a talk. That day, Mai finally agreed to date Sakuta. Sakuta was thrilled, ready to start a brand new day. But soon, he noticed something strange. The TV news was still reporting the date as the 27th. At first, Sakuta only felt a bit suspicious, but then, his friend repeated the exact same conversation as yesterday, and the teacher lectured on the exact same material as the day before. That's when Sakuta realized he was stuck in a time loop. Mai still agreed to be his girlfriend, but he couldn't laugh for long, because the next day, it was the 27th all over again. That meant he and Mai were back at the starting point. Sakuta turned to Ryo, the science genius, and explained his situation. Ryo told him this was another case of Adolescence Syndrome. Among over 7 billion people in the world, he was the only one who had lived through 3 consecutive days of the 27th. If the problem wasn't with Sakuta, then he had to find someone else trapped in the same loop and solve their problem. While Sakuta was frustrated about this, he bumped into Tomo, who was trying to hide under a desk. It turned out Tomo had also experienced 3 consecutive days of the 27th. Sakuta realized the root of the problem was with her. He guessed the time loop was triggered by her adolescent troubles. Just then, they heard movement outside. Tomo quickly pulled Sakuta under the desk with her. A boy entered the classroom, looked around, saw no one, and then left. Tomo's problem was tied to this boy. He had confessed to her, but he was also the boy her best friend secretly had a crush on. If Tomo rejected him or accepted him, her best friend would isolate her from the whole class. The boy faintly heard Tomo's voice, so he came back into the classroom. Panicked, Tomo accidentally knocked over the desk. The boy saw the two of them hiding underneath, but said nothing and left. At the worst possible moment, Mai entered from the back door. She saw the two of them sprawled on the floor together and stormed off angrily. Sakuta rushed after her to explain, but Mai didn't want to hear it. Sakuta thought to himself, it doesn't matter, tomorrow will just reset to the 27th again. So he gave up on explaining, but to his shock, the next day was the 28th. The time loop had finally ended. It turned out that awkward moment yesterday made the boy give up on confessing. Tomo's problem was resolved, and so the time loop came to an end. But soon, rumors spread throughout the school that Mai had dumped Sakuta, and that he had quickly moved on to Tomo. When Tomo's friends teased her about it, she didn't explain anything, but in her heart, she came up with an idea. She wanted Sakuta to pretend to be her boyfriend, just for one semester. When Sakuta refused, Tomo started acting pitiful. She said she had worked so hard to make friends, and she didn't want to be isolated. What she hated most was being alone, because to her, that was just too humiliating. Her words reminded Sakuta of his younger sister, who had once suffered from online bullying. Out of sympathy, he agreed to Tomo's request, but this made Mai furious. So Sakuta explained everything to her. He told her Tomo was like his sister, and he just wanted to help. He said he would accept any punishment from Mai for it. In the end, Mai agreed to let him pretend to be Tomo's boyfriend, because she knew Sakuta was kind-hearted, and only wanted to help Tomo. The next day, Tomo dragged Sakuta to the aquarium for a date. They even took a few pictures that looked intimate. She told Sakuta she hadn't always been like this. When she first came to the big city for school, she didn't have a single friend, so she learned how to do makeup, changed her hairstyle, all to fit in and make friends. Now, even though she had plenty of friends, she realized she was no longer her true self. Just as they were about to leave, Tomo noticed a classmate searching for something. When she asked, she learned the classmate had lost a bracelet. Tomo managed to find it for her, but in the process, she accidentally fell into the water. The next day, Tomo caught a cold. Sakuta brought her a gift and told her to take a day off to rest at home, but Tomo refused no matter what. She was afraid that if she skipped school, she would miss out on conversations with her friends and end up isolated. She couldn't understand why Sakuta was constantly teased by others, yet never seemed to care. Sakuta told her, even if the whole world rejected him, as long as Mai cared about him, he could keep going. Day after day, the fake couple continued their act, and soon everyone believed it. But then, a new rumor spread that Tomo had a messy private life. People began whispering behind her back. Even her so-called friends started avoiding her. At that moment, the boy who had confessed to Tomo before walked over and mocked her. It was obvious he was the one who had spread the rumors. Sakuta immediately stepped in. He kicked the boy hard in the knee, then landed another kick right on his face. At that moment, Tomo almost felt like she really was his girlfriend. From then on, the way Tomo looked at Sakuta quietly began to change. The next day, Mai deliberately dressed up in a bunny girl outfit to tutor Sakuta. At first, Sakuta didn't understand why, but later, he realized. Mai had been there yesterday when he stood up for Tomo. She was jealous. That's why she dressed like that. Luckily, summer vacation was right around the corner. The deadline for their fake relationship was almost up. On the 18th, they went to the beach together. Just as promised, Sakuta spent that final day with Tomo, ending their relationship. As the sun set, Tomo thanked him. They shook hands and said goodbye. The lie of their fake romance had finally come to an end. Sakuta thought the next day would mark the start of a carefree summer break, but when he woke up, the date was the 18th all over again. He was trapped in another time loop. Sakuta immediately confronted Tomo, asking if she was stuck in it too, but Tomo insisted she wasn't. This left Sakuta completely baffled, so he went to Rio for help again. Rio analyzed the situation. She said the time loop could only be triggered by Sakuta and Tomo. If Sakuta wasn't the problem, then the issue had to be with Tomo. That's when Sakuta realized Tomo was lying, but he didn't expose her right away. He just watched silently as Tomo continued her act. After reliving the April 18th times, Sakuta finally called her out directly. He told her, no matter how many times time repeated, people's hearts would never change. A lie could never become the truth. Sakuta made his feelings for Mai crystal clear. He said he would never betray her. Tomo could no longer hold back her emotions. Crying, she confessed her love for him, but Sakuta's heart belonged only to Mai. The next morning, Sakuta found himself back on the 27th, right at the very beginning, but this time, Tomo rejected the boy's confession outright, and at last, Sakuta and Mai were free to be together.